Alright, what's good, y'all, man? We're back with another video, and so today's ranking video is going to be ranking the Naruto arcs and me giving a little bit of insight as to why I feel the way that I feel about them. I'm not going to go too deep into it. We can go dive deeper into it if we have more questions on why my choices are where they are at. But so let's go and get right into it. All right, so for this first one, it's obviously going to be the Kakazu and dang, that guy's name is Hidan stuff. So I'm pretty sure this is still. Does this still include stuff that Asuma? Okay, yeah, pretty sure it does. All right, cool. So the Asuma stuff is still included in this. So I would automatically say it's an A just because I did love the Asuma thing, and then Shikamaru getting his just deserves, getting to get back and whatnot. And then not to mention that the Kakashi fighting, and then Naruto having the wind shuriken, wind style shuriken Rasengan. It's a mouthful, but the wind style and him getting that, it was kind of cool getting to see all that stuff. Especially I was watching it like as it came out, so that was really cool. So next one is the Battle of the Ten Tails. So obviously this is when Naruto and Sasuke basically die, and they come back with the Sage of Six Past Powers. I did not like this at all. I never liked this plot point. That's one of the main issues I have with Naruto, is just like how all this happened. I get the explanation of why it happened and why it's supposed to make sense, but I did not like the way it happened. So I'm gonna have to put this in at least a C tier. So tuning exams, people overhype the tuning exams in my opinion. Tuning exams was nice because obviously you had the Rock Lee stuff and then some of the Forest of Death stuff. But other than that, I didn't really care for it. The third exam where you eventually see Gaara and Naruto fight, and then you see Gaara and Sasuke fight, and then Neji and Naruto. I didn't care too much. Like, it didn't hit me like it wasn't like great. I mean, it had some good talking points. I'd have to give it a solid B. Itachi being my favorite character, this arc is I'm gonna be biased towards it. It's an automatic S tier. I've watched this arc so many times. Just the character of Itachi alone carries it, but then we also get the aftermath of finding out Itachi's backstory afterwards. Finding out that he wasn't really a traitor. He was really just like doing it all for Sasuke's sake. I still feel like people undervalue that. Some people kind of look at it like, bro, you could have saved the majority, but he went the opposite way and he saved the minority and gave it the majority. I still appreciate it because in the world of the shinobi, they have to make sacrifices, and he made the sacrifice. And a lot of people make the sacrifice for the village for certain other things, but when he does it, it's an issue. That's what I never understood what certain people do. But regardless, S tier. 5 Kage Summit, S tier as well. This arc is mainly the only arc, in my opinion, that does an amazing job at opening up the world of Naruto. And I'll get, obviously, the Fourth Shinobi War is next, and I'll get to that. But to that point, we hadn't seen like everything that was going on in other countries, other villages. And with the 5 Kage Summit, we got to see that. We got to finally put a name with a face. These other Kages, we got to see a face with them. We got to see the Sand Village stuff in part 1, but he was assassinated by Orochimaru. So we didn't actually get the interaction to figure out how like other Kages interact with each other. So, and then not to mention Sasuke's brawls with the Raikage, and then Danzo, and then the clash with Kakashi and Naruto. It was just really great to see. I'm not really an edgy kind of person, but I do like seeing those edgy moments. Like I was seeing Sasuke going deeper and deeper into the abyss, basically. So next, so this will be the climax of the Fourth Shinobi War. What does that cover? The Kaguya? Okay, so this stops right before Kaguya comes. Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm picking up on. So this part of the arc, it's not that bad. I'd have to put it at a good 8. Obviously, like just in this picture alone, you see the Kakashi and Obito stuff, and that like choreographed in the anime was perfect. Even the manga is great. The anime made it better, obviously, because you're seeing the flashbacks of when they're a kid and then now. So that's really great. And I felt it does get pretty iffy because of the way how everything's handled, but all in all, I'm pretty satisfied with it. Now, these two, Confrontation and Countdown, I don't know why they really have it split up. Obviously, Confrontation is like when B and Naruto are out actually fighting in the war, when they're having their small little fights here and there, and Countdown would be like the very beginning of the war, like when they're rallying the troops. They have like the big speech outside with Gar out there. Everybody in the sand village, not sand village, but like the sandy area, and they're looking over at the crowd, and everybody's like bickering amongst themselves and whatnot. But they didn't really need to split these up. But for my sake, if I'm just gonna judge it for like kind of what I think the time frame is that they're aiming for, this was horrible. I hated this part of the work. It was way too fan servicey. Didn't really care for it. The only minor stuff that was decent was seeing Itachi and Nagato interact with Naruto, but that's not good enough for me to put it up higher. This will be a C tier. The only reason I like that because obviously you see that Naruto has a Kushina moment, and then we get a little bit of like obviously like I said, like I just brought up the scene where like all the Shinobis are bickering and they're hating on each other because you're from another village, or you killed my friend, and then they just had that come together, and it made sense as to why they were coming together, and the speech didn't feel like too cringy. So Itachi Pursuit, the Deidara and Sasuke fight was great, very great. Super plot armor. To this day, I don't like the way how Sasuke couldn't even stand, couldn't even keep his Sharingan on, but yet he was able to, summon Mondo and then reverse summon himself all within a split second or a millisecond, So I'm going to have to give this a B just for that. I never liked that. Itachi, I'm putting this at the top. I'm putting it at the top. It's just another biasness. I mean, I actually went out and bought the Light and Darkness novel. I do hate the way the anime handled it. I'm not judging this just strictly off the anime because the novels are really good. So just seeing like some of the stuff that Itachi went through as a kid and seeing his like growth and progression and just seeing where he was even as a kid, it makes sense as to why he was so great as an adult. So it's got to be up there. Kaguya, like everybody else, Kaguya is bullshit to me. And like I've touched upon this about the Boruto in the Boruto video I made. I feel like Kaguya was thrown in specifically because they knew they were going to make Boruto. But if they made Kaguya just without the mind of Boruto actually being a thing, then it's horrible. But Kaguya in mind, I guess we'll just say I'll look at it as they had Boruto planned. I have a C. Because I have to take all the knowledge I have now. So this arc makes a lot more sense and feels a lot better now that I know what's going on. Kakashi Gaiden is going to be a solid A+. Yeah, solid A. Actually, I'll give it S. Next to Itachi, Kakashi was definitely my second favorite character. And just seeing his backstory. And obviously, they had Itachi in the Kakashi backstory as well. So that was really great. Kazekage Rescue Mission. This is going to be a solid C. I didn't really care for it that much. Kankuro was in there. But, dang. It's something that his name starts with an S. Damn, I can't think of this guy's name. the puppet guy, Saruto. No, whatever. It might come back to me. But I never like his fight with Sakura. I didn't really care for it that much. Same with the Datara and Gaara fight was kind of like wasn't bullshit because obviously it made sense as to why he won because he Gaara chose to protect the village over winning the battle. So I'll give it a bottom of B just for that sacrifice. Actually, no, I won't. I'll throw it right there. Konoha Crush. Now this was cool watching and reading, but I feel like I've been around too many people that overhype the third Hokage, so I'm like skeptical on like being super nice with this arc. So I'm still gonna throw it at the bottom of B. So it's not bad. Konoha the perfect day for a wedding. I don't really know why this is thrown in here. I guess they want to consider it an arc, but it's just basically just wrapping up Naruto Shippuden or Naruto in general. It's just like one of the last couple chapters, just of his wedding and him becoming Hokage and whatnot. I'll say just for like the actual ceremonious purposes and like him accomplishing his goal, I'll give you top of B. Land of Waves is definitely a solid A for sure because of the Kakashi and Zabuza. Sorry, I said Kabuzu. Damn, I fused. Oh man. Okay. But I love the dynamic they had, and obviously that was our first big introduction to the ninja and figuring out like how they operate and seeing the big difference between how certain ninjas act and how other ninjas act, and you get to see as to like how people grow up in different ways. So that was the other arc that gave us a little bit more of like world building. So that was really good in its own as well. And obviously, seeing Naruto go berserk for the first time was very good too. Pain's Assault. All right. So if this was a couple of years ago, it'd be an S for me. But I give it a solid top of A. Because obviously having the Kurama like revelation or the fourth Hokage revelation with through the interaction with Kurama and the pain fight itself being really great. I just felt like I don't know. It just wasn't like all the way great. I don't really have too much like negative to say about it. I just know it's not an S to me when I think about these other ones. Like these other ones I was like fully invested in and like I wanted to like learn more while I was watching. And I had other things that pop up and make me think in my head like, oh yeah, I'm learning this, or I'm learning that. The Pains one is just like great fight, good revenge for Naruto, and yeah. Oh, the bullshit recovery, how they brought people back to life. I don't really like wow. I get why they did it because they didn't really want to kill all those people off, but still, it just Sasuke retrieval arc. A lot of people love this arc. Me, the only thing I liked, maybe it's because at the time it was just kind of like I only cared for the Naruto and Sasuke fight, so. And I still only care about that fight. So I'm going to have to get just a solid B. Yeah. Sasuke. His book. I haven't read the full book, so I can't give it great things. So I'll still give it I do love the Sasuke Shinden like anime portions that we got, so I did really like that. So Search for Tsunade, did not like this arc at all. I did not like this arc at all. I didn't care for Tsunade as a character. She wasn't that appealing to me. I get like the emotional scars that she had and her being a drunk and stuff like that, but seeing that three-way deadlock was kind of like stupid because you can obviously tell they were handicapping people just to make the fight more intense than it actually needed to be. Then you had, obviously in this picture, Naruto. This was like where Naruto was like the most cringiest to me. It's just like the way he was just constantly just going on and on. But then again, I don't really like part one Naruto that much anyway, because he's just super like cringy and super like vocal about. He's vocal about his goals and like his morals, but sometimes I feel like it's just so pushy and it's just like super cringe to me, and I don't really like it that much. Sadly, I have not seen this Shikamaru. I have not read the Shikamaru stuff, but I love Shikamaru. Shikamaru is definitely top 5 character for me, so I'm gonna throw this in here with the Sasuke Shinden novel. I like him more than Sasuke, so I'm gonna put him above that. Jiraiya, I'm gonna get flagged for it, but I don't like him. I don't like him. No, I ain't gonna put him that bad. I don't like him though. I don't like it. I don't like Jiraiya. Don't care for him. This one, this is obvious. The only cool thing that happens here is Naruto fights Orochimaru in a Tail Beast form. Other than that, it was nothing really to it. I'd have to say it's a good solid, yeah, right there. Okay, cool. So there's obviously gonna be biases towards the Itachi stuff, and Kakashi's up there as well. But like, this is a solid foundation of like how I feel about the Naruto arcs. If you would like, you want to, comment and say what you think I got wrong, what you think I got right, how you feel about it, where you rank certain things. I know some of these arcs maybe not are labeled the best, or they're not spread out the best. Like obviously, like the Fourth Shinobi War. It's like why is there 3 different parts? I get it that it was a super long arc, so you want to break it up a little bit, but I would just consider the war arc, and then the Kaguya stuff, But nevertheless, man, if y'all enjoyed the content, man, please hit that subscribe button, like, and like I said, drop comments and let me know, how you feel about it and what would you like rank certain things. All right, y'all, peace.